Hi, I'm Chelsea Woods. Welcome to my blog Collaborationships, an e-portfolio created as a capstone project for the University of British Columbia Master of Educational Technology program. Our task was to come up with some kind of unifying theme that would explain or somehow capture our key learning from the courses and the program as a whole. And initially, I wanted to come up with something which would show the connection that I've seen between human beings and the tools and technology that we use. And I had this beautiful idea of um, an animation with cogs and wheels turning and key ideas coming out and somehow blending that with human kind of cyborg relationships. That animation is in my future, maybe a few years of training down the line. And so I went for something a little bit more simple, which is just collaborationships. And the idea is that what is most important about my learning is that we collaborate not only with other human beings but also with our environments, with our tools. That collaboration happens anytime there's input and output and feedback, and that it is the way that we adapt, manipulate, and work with one another and our tools that allows us to keep growing and keep expanding and keep improving. I think we live in an absolutely beautiful time. I know there's lots of evil out there, but we live in a time when there's so much beauty, and that where that beauty is so connected to theories and philosophies and understandings and spirituality, and even, yes, human connections with technology, man putting an ear in his arm. There's so much taking place right now that's allowing us to explore what it really means to be human and what humans really need to do, what's important for humans, what's important for machines, and how should we work together. So in this idea of collaborationships, there are a few key elements of what we do and how we work that helps us be better collaborators with better relationships. Number one is learning theory, understanding how we learn, that idea of metacognition, the constructivism, allowing that the human being is not just a receptacle to receive instructions, but that the human being is actually some amazing individual, different from anybody or anything else, whole being that has special things to contribute that we cannot identify, that that person needs to find for themselves. So this whole idea of learning as and teaching as being a process that involves not just memorization of facts, but also understanding of self, exploration of different areas, math, science, art, humanities, bicycling, sports, everything coming together. And so learning theory is one of the core elements of my blog. Next is collaboration, of course. In every single course of the master's program, you get to create something as a collaborative project in a group. This is an amazing experience because you really do actually get to work with people, and you get to find out that in our differences, when we work together, when we listen to one another, when we're able to express our ideas respectfully, do the reading, keep up, know what we're actually talking about, we can make things so much better when we work together, when we have different people working with us who are bringing in different ideas. Collaboration has been just an amazing, wonderful part of this course, and this understanding that I can't do it better alone, that actually I do it better with other people and with tools and with technology. So collaboration is a major piece of the puzzle. Next, research. So many different kinds of research, so many different ways of looking at research. I have so much more research that I want to do, so research is a core component of understanding what we're actually looking at. This whole idea that so often when we do our research, we're trying to come up with right answers and wrong answers, and we're trying to prove or trying to disprove. And instead, through this program, I've come to look at it as this idea of far less linear construct of how we should and could understand the world, and that the world is much more complex than these simple dichotomous yes, no, and that in fact there's so many different pieces, and it's yes in this case but no in that case, and that it's time for us to get away from our oversimplification of things, and that in our research we need to be open to much more complicated answers, and we need to stop trying to put reality into a tiny little box. We need to understand that it is it's multifarious. I don't know. It's incredible. It's spiraling. It's complex, and it is not linear. And then another piece of the puzzle is, of course, creativity. I have loved how much this program has encouraged us to be creative, has allowed us to bring our creativity into it. And one of the things about creativity is, in order to be creative, you need to actually be yourself. So then through this program, you learn that, oh, it's okay to be yourself. And that's been an absolutely beautiful experience, to say, hey, yeah, you know what, maybe it's going to be a little bit different, maybe it's going to be a little bit weird, maybe it won't be perfect, but it's coming from me, and I have something to share. So creativity has just been absolutely fabulous in this course. I've loved it. I've loved the opportunity to look back at myself and where my creativity lies. And most important, I've loved making the connection that actually creativity is part of my job, it's part of what I do, and then starting to think about, well, how do I foster my creativity? How do I find my creativity? How do I allow my creativity to come out and actually work with me and speak with me? And this celebration and recognition that that's not just something that I do for frivolity or for fun, that actually my creativity is a core part of what I could possibly contribute, and I will contribute more and better if I'm tapping into my creativity. So creativity is a core part of the program. And then finally, dreams. I used to get completely overwhelmed by having too many ideas. It used to drive me nuts. It was really stressful and caused a lot of anxiety, and I had to learn to just let go and say, you know what, you've got all these ideas, yes, they're all amazing, no, you're not going to make them all happen, but that doesn't have to be a problem. They can just be dreams, and it's okay to have tons and tons and tons and tons of dreams, and just let the ones that come to fruition, and don't worry about the ones that don't come to fruition. Just be glad that you had them in the first place. I'm leaving this program absolutely loaded with dreams that are not stressing me out. They're actually helping me to feel excited about being on this planet. Welcome to my portfolio. You're next going to see my clumsy animation. My idea was to have a black box with the words creativity, learning, theory, collaboration, and research going into it and then coming out of it, with the idea of these things mixing together and combining and escaping from the black box to become a bigger whole. It's actually extremely clumsy, but I love it. It's my first animation, and I'm looking forward to making a lot more. Thank you. I hope you enjoy.